Oh, hi, it's your old buddy Zoo. And today we're going to talk about games of the month for November, which was the month that we're in. It is, I guess, still, right? It's a weird month. I feel like Thanksgiving should have happened by now. But I digress. This month started off, for me at least, with Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank is a quintessential 6th generation mascot platformer. Boy, that's a mouthful. It's for the PS2, and you play some sort of I don't know, a cat. Gary, is he a cat? Is he a marmoset? I don't know. Is Marmaduke? Remember that? Is he? I don't know what he is. Is he a fox? Is he a raccoon? He has a wrench, which doesn't make sense because his name's Ratchet. Like it's a wrench, and he uses the wrench maybe 2 or 3 times in the game to like turn stuff, but otherwise it's just to savagely beat people with. But he bebops and scats around the galaxy in his spaceship with his little robot buddy named of Clank. Clank is also your backpack. He turns into a helicopter or a jetpack or a little underwater zoom thing. It depends on what upgrade you have. And you go from planet to planet and you beat up bad guys and you collect nuts and bolts and you use those to upgrade your stuff and buy new gadgets and new weapons. And it's a fun little dynamic. It's a fun little feedback loop. I guess the point is you're fighting an evil corporate guy who's trying to destroy your home planet. There's some drama between Ratchet and Clank in the middle of the game, and it's fun. I had a good time. I guess I'll give it an 8 out of 10. How about that? We also had Ape Escape. Ape Escape is a different kind of platformer in that it's for the PS1. And also different about Ape Escape, you have to use both analog sticks. That's right. The one on the right isn't just like there. You actually use it. You control your net or your sword or any of your gadgets with the right stick. I don't know. I beat the game. So you can say skill issue, but I beat the game. But I still probably maybe 70% of the time I could accurately land with that right thumb input. And I used an Odin 2 Mini. It wasn't like I was using, some crappy early Ambernick XX with that cardinal snapping. Maybe I should have had one with cardinal snapping. I don't know. But use that right thumbstick with a net, and you use the net to capture the apes that have escaped. Get it? Ape Escape. Just like Ratchet and Clank, you get more gadgets as you go on, and you don't need to capture every ape. You only have to capture like 5 or 6 per world. But if you want, you can go back and 100% it, which gives like, I don't know, it took me maybe 12 hours to finish it. Felt like probably 20 because wasn't vibing at first. I picked up, but it took me 12 hours ish to finish it. But if you want to 100% it, like this might be a forever game. Some of these apes are like behind a gate and you got to go press 3 different switches, and one of the switches on the top of a mountain. Like if you want to 100% it, it's going to take a while. I don't know. It was fun. It wasn't my favorite. I'll give it I don't know, 6.5 out of 10. How about that? And up last is 1943, the Battle of Midway. What absolute genius nominated this? Boy, he must be handsome and smart and gifted. It was me. It was me. 1943 is a shmup that takes place in World War II. Now, the actual Battle of Midway took place in 1942, but they had already named the previous game 1942, so I guess they just needed to, I don't know, have a catchy tagline. But maybe they could have picked a battle from actual 1943. I don't know. I played the hell out of this game when I was a kid at arcades. There was an arcade at the Truck World. There was an arcade at the mall. There was like a little mini arcade with 2 or 3 machines at the Pizza Hut. You go in there, you won your book it coupons because you read so much. You go in there, you treat yourself and your mom to a personal pan pizza. And she can't say a word about how many quarters you're using because you just bought her pizza with your reading prowess. Boy, those were the days. They should bring Book It back. I think I've mentioned that before, but bring Book It back. Let's start a petition. So anyway, 1943 came out in the year 1987. It was a vertical arcade shooter, and you fly your P-38 Lightning around, shooting down as many Japanese ships and planes and whatever as you can possibly imagine, which is weird because this was made in Japan by Japanese people. And they said, should we do a game where Japanese people are fighting Americans? No, that ain't gonna sell. Let's just do one where Americans are killing Japanese people. And people in Japan were like, I'll play it. And of course, it did great in the States because people were like, yeah. Remember World War II? That was pretty cool. In addition to standard shmup fare, you have a little health meter. I think it's a fuel meter, but you can fill it back up by collecting power-ups. But by the end of the game, you're ironically just going on kamikaze missions because, like, it's bullet hell. Everything's coming at you, and you got to be real, like, next level master to avoid stuff for more than, I don't know, a minute and a half before your plane goes. Since you're emulating it, I mean, 99% of you are emulating it, you have infinity quarters with the select button. So in that case, the difficulty scale is irrelevant. You can just put quarters in, coin machine go brr, and I give it, in that case, 10 out of 10. But if we're being realistic, I'll probably give it a 6 out of 10, just because it's so hard at the end. I've played shmups, even bullet hell shmups, where you can kind of get good and learn the patterns. This one, man, by the end, it's just, you're dead. That's it. Anyway, I hope you like hearing my thoughts. I hope you're having a good podcast. I hope everyone is getting ready to have a good Thanksgiving, at least those of us in America. As Canadians already had their Thanksgiving. I don't cotton to no Thanksgiving in October. Ugh. Although Thanksgiving and the other holidays in the holiday season can be stressful. Yes, that's right, Zoo. Thanksgiving and other holidays can be stressful, especially after an election, or if your football team is falling apart literally and figuratively. Sometimes you just need to zone out and watch some TV. Luckily, that's easier than ever to do thanks to Ray Neo. Remember those XR glasses I reviewed a few months ago? Well, Ray Neo has a little TV dongle they sell that works great with them. You could watch football while your mother-in-law is watching the parade. Or you could have the volume cranked up directly into your temples while your uncle and cousins get into a fist fight over politics. Be in your own little world this holiday season, especially since there's gonna be a sale on Black Friday. So check out Ray Neo's sales today, or I guess tonight.